Welcome to PatroitTV. In this episode, we shall be exploring leadership and patriotism in Nigeria. I am Adamu Musa Adams. Join me. Before Nigeria's independence on October 1st, 1960, there were men of vision who shared common aspiration to see a new Nigeria that is free from colonial rule. These great leaders, such as Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, Sir Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, Walter N.R. were men that were driven by patriotic zeal, a zeal to mobilize a multi-ethnic nationality towards a progressive country. These heroes were committed to the Nigerian project. They labored and pushed hard to lay a foundation which they hope succeeding leaders will sustain. Mark the word sustainability. They were patriots, and so were their followers. On this note, I would love to say this patriotism we talk about is not only required from citizens, it is also required of leadership. This also must be demonstrated in words and in action. This is why our conversation on the general decline on patriotism in Nigeria must begin with this question: are our leaders patriotic? I wouldn't want to answer this without first talking about, one, where we started from, where we are, and what our problem is and where we need to be. Patriotism is lost. Patriotism is a double-edged sword. Patriotism is a give and take, and it must first start from leadership. The responsibility of leadership in patriotism from the leaders who define self-rule and say that this self-rule is that we could rule ourselves. They achieved it, dropping every ethnic differences. But after the foundation, there must be a building structurally. If I could deviate to take you to structural engineering, there must be a land that must be built. There must be building of the land. There must be an aesthetic of same building, and this definition of the same building is what allows us to build on. So in line, the first thing our leaders needed to do was, one, let every citizen understand her responsibility. Between self-rule and sustainability, there is a breakage, as this leads us to the relay match game. On a relay race, 4 people are involved. Incidentally, it's north, east, south, and west. So it means the first person take off. By coordination, hands over to the second to the third to the fourth, and collectively, by assimilation, there is victory. And the one that wins takes the victory. The Nigerian state will not take this trophy because there is a generational gap. And until this generational gap is addressed, the issue of patriotism will not take place. It means in provision of leadership, there had not been mentorship and protege, which is teaching to bring you towards leadership to take the next part in, because you must be prepared. You prepare in the school over 2-3 weeks to be able to find your feet, to coordinate, to complement, but not to compete. Nobody sees who is best. Everybody agrees at his strengths and weaknesses, like we see in the SWOT analysis and management. So you know those who are very weak and those who are very strong to start at a particular point, and you give everybody his position, and that is what our leadership has not been able to bring us to. So we have lost it in being able to transit patriotism from one generation to the other generation, to have what we have, sustainability in building on the self-rule we have attained to become the nation we ought to be. This is because greed and self-interest is the simple reason for this generational gap. How do I mean? It is unpatriotic for a leader not to see the need to lead the stage when there's a need to lead the stage to bring the next generation to fill this generational gap. This, we think, is basically on self-interest. As a matter of fact, you can't solve the problem of tomorrow and today without the knowledge of yesterday. A nation was built by the people who fought through a process, and the people need to live to the continuity of the same generation. There is a generational gap if you don't have them having value of who were there before, then who mentors them. So mentorship is destroyed when history is removed.
Welcome to the Voice Pop segment on PatroitTV. I am Israel Ojagifu Rejoice. Kindly come with us as we go to the street to find out what Nigerians are saying about patriotism and leadership. Please, what do you understand patriotism to mean?
Well, from definition, patriotism simply means being law-abiding, doing what is right by law.
Okay, patriotism is the love for one's country. Well, and to be patriotic, the country has to also do something for you as a citizen for you to be patriotic actually. So in a country like Nigeria, we need to be patriotic actually, but we also need our leaders to give us reasons to be patriotic.
Patriotism is the kind of affection that concerns the nation between the leadership and the whom they are leading. If the leadership of Nigeria is doing well to the masses they are leading, there will be love and affection in the country.
If the law says don't do this and you don't do it, you are being patriotic. You have love for the country because it's going to go around and come back to you.
Patriotism, in my own understanding, means ability to show love to one's own country and then to be available in terms of need. When there's need for you, that your country needs you, you have to be available. You don't have to make any demand before you are available for your country.
Patriotism basically means love for one's own country.
Do you consider yourself to be patriotic?
I am patriotic and I need to be more patriotic. If the government says don't do this, or your conscience says don't do this, and you know this you want to do is bad, and you check, you try as much as possible to bring yourself so low that you refuse to do it. It may be something that will favor you, but you see it as if you do it, you will not be a patriotic Nigerian, and you don't do it.
From my own little end, I think I am. I'm trying my best.
And I'm patriotic in my own way, but the government does not give me the reasons to be patriotic, but I try to be patriotic actually.
Why not? I'm patriotic already because I love my nation. I feel for my nation. I want to go further to do more than the nation we expect from to do for good of the nation. Yes.
I love my country. I show love to my country. I abide by the law of the country.
Yes, I am available for my own country. For instance, during the lockdown, as government was sharing palliatives to people, I was also sharing palliatives to people. I look out for people who have need for one thing or the other, including money. At my own level, I may not have given much, but at my own level, I try to be available. The little things I have at home and other people don't have, I package them for people. So that is my own way of showing love to my country.
Yes, I do. I have love for my country. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I truly wish my country success. I do my best to help my country succeed in my little capacity.
Yes, I'm a patriotic human being. I'm a patriotic.
Why?
Why? Because I'm a civil servant. I've chosen to be a career civil servant. So by that, I abide by the ethics, norms of civil service. We are guided by civil service rules, regulations, and other circulars. So I'm a patriotic Nigerian.
So between our leaders of today and the citizen, which of them is more patriotic?
I will say the citizens are also trying. When what you need to do what you're supposed to do is not there, people tend to go haywire. Citizens are patriotic enough, we are law-abiding citizens. I can say that for sure in this country, except that when citizens feel that they have been pushed to the wall too much and too many times, it is only natural people react.
Okay, the citizen contributes to the growth of a country. The leaders also contribute to that. So I would just say, I won't say there's any one of them that is more patriotic, the citizens or the leaders, but we need more good leaders. When we have more good leaders, the citizens will be more in tune to be more patriotic.
The citizens are 100% patriotic. Our leaders, I have not seen any patriotic on our leaders yet. But they are traveling abroad, they're going to China, they're going to US, they're going to India, Malaysia, and Dubai. They are seeing their nations, how they are. How many of them have ever come to the nation and do the same?
To me, the little things I have seen on both sides, we have all failed. You find out that your fellow citizens are not even ready to show you that love. You know, you go to the market, anything, they hike the price. You know, everybody wants to cheat the next person.
Well, honestly, I think patriotism it's really suffering in this country, because if you look at the leaders and you look at the citizens, if you critically look at both parties, you realize that patriotism is really lacking from both parties. I think the leaders are out there, so it's very easy to see that the leaders, clearly they are not, in my opinion, the leaders aren't patriotic. We can clearly see that because they are the ones, you know, standing out and everybody can see. I think a great deal of the citizens too are not patriotic.
Nigerian leaders are not patriotic from all aspects. 60 years of a man's life, you don't have a direction, you don't have an agenda, you don't have an aim, you don't have goals. But from the people, to some extent, the people are patriotic to some extent, because you see them, regardless of bad governance we've witnessed for 60 years, people are still doing their meaner job. People are still abide by certain rules to some extent and laws of the nation. So I consider the people more patriotic than the leaders.
Welcome to the question and answer segment on PatroitTV. My name is Israel Ojagifu Rejoice. And today's question goes this way. With the quality of leadership in Nigeria as of today, will you say citizens have reason to be patriotic? The first three persons who answer the question correctly stand a chance to win a recharge card of 500 Naira each of any network of your choice. Keep sending your answers to the numbers and social media handles on your screen. And please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Please stay with us.